Okay, welcome back to the Kowalski show, the Kowalski podcast. Today we have Jason Brennan.
Yo, what's up?
We just got back from like Masters. No, we got from CIF and we're bleaching our hair for that.
Yeah, we are
Yeah, we're
bleaching our hair for
transitioning to
masters.
Mhm.
How was what was your mentality for CIF?
My CIF mentality was pretty shit. I was like, I initially going into it, I was like, no, I'm not making Masters because like next year I feel like shit. I'm sick. I just had a ton of excuses I could have gone off, but
How did you how did you overcome them if you ever did that day?
I think the coaches helped me. The majority, like Coach Gray. I didn't want to like make a fool of my coaches or something. Somewhat, like Coach Gray was telling me like this is your year. You can actually make masters. You just gotta like actually fucking eat. You have the skill. You have the discipline. You work super hard. You just gotta fucking eat food and feel your body. That's his entire mentality going into that day.
For sure, he's definitely right. You definitely have the capability of going to masters. So, but the eating, um, I don't know if you have told your audience at all or explained to them why it's so important for you to, especially to eat while during the day.
I just got like big muscles, so you gotta feel them. I mean, I think I think I guess I have a high metabolism. That's what he keeps saying. And I get nervous before matches. I get all in my head, and I can't. I get like jostled around and shit. And it's just hard to eat going in between matches.
For sure, I feel that. Like after my matches, I'm not too keen on eating because like sometimes if I eat before my match, I feel like throwing up during, and I know you felt that too. So I'm like, I don't want to do that again, but at the same time, I need to feel my body, which is also important. But what was your hardest match of the day at CIF? You think?
The hardest match would be was first one we had. What's his name? Fuck. I don't remember my matches too well. First one was actually made. The first one might actually been the hardest. I went all 3 rounds and had to stall my ass off. I almost could have got pinned if it, but I had to like ride him out, wrist control, entire match. And then the Lincoln kid was also pretty hard. He was a like better. He was a better wrestler. Not afraid to say that, but like he, yeah, he definitely like was super aggressive, shot off the whistle, that kind of guy. But I got lucky. I bear hugged him, and then to come the second round, I deferred and he chose bottom, which was bad mistake. I half Nelsoned him and match over.
You fucked him up.
Yeah.
Nice. Um, Let me think. So CIF day, you felt good about your weight, or how were you feeling in the morning at least before weigh-ins?
I never worry about my weight. Normally, I'm like a weight class below what I should be. Normally, I weigh in like Johnny's weight class, 122s, and that's late. I was 123 in the weighing in.
Does that mess you? Does that make you think at all? Like dang, I'm wrestling people that are heavier than me, but or do you feel like you're stronger than anyone anyway?
I just think like, what's the matter at this point? I've already wrestled like a bunch of people over my weight class.
For sure. For
Just
sure.
another match. I don't care. I definitely would have a more competitive advantage if I were to like actually make a real cut. I could definitely see myself doing better, but in the end of the day, I'm trying to become better at technique wise, not just muscling people. So I think it does help me. Even though I am like smaller, I still have like somewhat the same muscles.
For sure.
So it lets me to work on my technique more.
Have
And
you have you met anyone that's been stronger than you in the while wrestling, or have they all been like on par or below your strength level? You'd say.
I think actually the majority of the people I wrestle are stronger. Like some of them, I think the reason I'm better than them is just that I have the muscle when it comes to the right things. Like I have more mat strength. Maybe it's different types of muscle. Like may have more muscle endurance. They have bad cardio, but I just have like brute strength. Like I can pull in a bear hug or a single leg. I can pull that in. It's not that big of a
Mhm.
deal.
Nice. You have all
Like
that like real close up like the
different training.
little muscles that aren't normally trained.
Hmm.
Mm.
What do you think when you, how'd your CIF start?
CF started, I was a little worried on the weight. I was on the dot on the scale, so I was a little worried. So I did a little technique and I made the weight. We had to get Johnny on weight. Never eating frozen grapes before weigh-ins because that messed both of us up.
Why?
Because
What's,
it just like you don't think they weigh a lot, but then like we stepped on the scale and it was like,
well, I think so, cause like they have a bunch of water in them, like grapes.
yeah, I didn't think, at least I didn't think they were gonna weigh that much, but I ate them and then come to find out I was point 0.4 over at our, or I was on the dot on our scale, which I know is very light compared to other scales. So when I got to the CIF, I wasn't surprised when I was like on the dot. So it was a little scary. So I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about I was gonna wrestle the Hopeville guy. He's been bugging me this year. I didn't really care about anyone else.
Look at the. Don't look at that. Look.
Oh, okay, my bad, my bad.
Like, turn.
Oh shit. Alright.
You can be like.
I didn't really worry about anyone else. I was more worried about how I'm gonna wrestle the Hopeville guy because I was really manifesting it, trying to
Manifest.
I was trying to manifest me going up against him again because that was the road that me and the coaches were planning to see him again and get my rematch him. And I was just trying to think of what I was gonna do different this time. And when I got up to the mat with him, I didn't do anything I was supposed to, and he kind of caught me off guard. So I was like, you know what, whatever. But this CIF was different for me because I lost to Loya twice last year. He whooped me the first match, and then the second match I was up and I got caught in a cow catcher and I lost for third and fourth.
I can definitely see like trying to plan out your strategy before a match never really works out because at the end of the day you stop thinking, you just go straight to muscle memory. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
you can't really think your way through. I think maybe like mentally rehearsing something might help to when you come to it, because when I'm warming up I found it helpful to think like, when the whistle blows, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna, like, just drive him, try to get a low single or something?
It's always good to remind yourself that your
Know
moves,
your first move.
that your moves work, like that you can shoot the shot and it will work. Not like, oh, I'm gonna shoot it and see if it works. Like, no, I'm gonna shoot it and I know I'm gonna grab an ankle or grab a leg. It's good to. That's what I do. Is like I know that none of these guys are ready for low singles or like anything like that. That's what I like to tell myself. And I'm glad it's kind of weird balancing everything. Like I beat the guy that beat me last year, and then the guy that I beat last year beat me. It's all weird, but it's just how it works, I guess.
Hmm. So, what was your hardest match that day?
My hardest match, I don't know. It was Hopeville was hard for sure, but it was more like I didn't have the heart to like continue and try to like work anything because he caught me with the ankle pick and then he got back points and then I was kind of just like whatever. He was locking hands on bottom, but the ref definitely did not see. So I was like holding his wrist and he locked his hands. So I guess I was like, okay, and unless the ref thinks I'm holding his hands together, then he should be calling locking hands. But like, okay, whatever. My hardest match, probably my first match. I was very scared. Like, I wanted to impress. I wanted to win. The guy coaching against me was coaching me through the summer, so I was like, oh, they know what I like to do. I was like, But I shot, lifted him up, scored, but then, like, I only won by 1 point because, like, he came back a little bit. I was a little gassed. I was scared. I did not want to lose. Like, he caught me in a cow catcher. I almost got pinned. And if he was thinking, he would have kept me in the hammerlock. But I wiggled my arm out, got in front of me, and then just, like, stalled on bottom and took the dub.
Okay.
Same
Yeah.
with like the La Jolla match, but I was up by a 3.
What's the La Jolla match?
The La Jolla match was one of I wasn't thinking too much. I was before my La Jolla match. I thought I was gonna lose, cause like I beat the La Jolla guy by 3 points at Mission Hills, but it's cause he got a bunch of stalling calls cause he couldn't mat return me. And when I shot on him, he tried to catch me in a cow catcher again, which he almost pinned me with that again. So I was a little scared, and then I kind of like midway there, like walking to staging, I kind of just forgot about like who I was wrestling, and I just like went out there and wrestled. I took him down twice, and then at first I was going for throws because like I was like I'm stronger than this guy, I know I am. And then he tried to throw me, he messed up, took the back, got my back points or got my 2, rode him for a little bit, rode him till the end of the period, and then I don't know. I think he chose bottom. He escaped, and then I took him down again, and rode him out again. Then I chose bottom, you know, get up, and then I choose bottom so I could stall the rest. And I stalled my ass up for 2 minutes, pretending like I was making sounds like when he tried to like chop me or whatever. I was like, oh, and I tried to stand up, make him think like I'm trying to work. All the little tactics to make the ref not think you're stalling, make it look like I'm working. But then, yeah, I'd say if the La Jolla guy would have cut me loose and like ran for like takedown or something, that would have worked for him. But
Do you ever like get stuck on bottom, like versus a better opponent, and you ever just like give up, or do you always like keep moving on bottom?
I try to keep moving. The only time I really got stuck this year, and I really I knew I couldn't get up, was probably the Mount Carmel guy at my finals match at Monte Vista, because he was surprisingly strong, like just with Spencer Lee, that little tricep, push pull,
Mhm.
and then he'd catch his Iowa and then try to get a 3/4 Nelson on me. That match I kind of I shot on him because I was like, I'm gonna take him down. I got the high C, and then he did a elevator drop where he got double unders and kicked me over, and I thought we were out of bounds, so I was like, because I kicked our coach in the leg because he threw us out of bounds, but I guess he was getting back points or whatever. So I was like, then I kind of lost my determination to try to actually win the match. So I guess that's another reason he was holding me down pretty good, is because I lost my motivation. But
Mhm.
I still tried to keep moving, try to get up, shot on him a couple more times, but couldn't win.
Okay. I think I'll like end this section.
Alright.
See if it recorded.